Ready, boss? You let me know. One more second.
Remove. It's all yours, David.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those that don't know me, I'm David Case, a longtime Exchange Club member as well as a member of the staff of East Harvard High School. It's an honor tonight to be one of your MCs. I'm very pleased to be the person that gets to represent Exchange. Mr. Ryan has graciously asked me to give you a brief history of the program and our club. The program was started 59 years ago, if you can believe that, by 3 teachers who were Exchange Club members. You see, the Exchange Club's national mission is the prevention of child abuse. It is also the upkeep and support of strong educational systems and programs. And so hence, teachers would be very interested in the program. Now, the committee's chair, Mr. Joseph Silvestro, he was a tough-as-nails World War II veteran. He lost his leg in the war, and he came back, and he excelled. He went to college, he became a teacher, he got married, and then he ended up being the principal of Burnside Elementary School. Now, Burnside School is still a centerpiece of our community. It's the centerpiece of our police fire complex. So every time I go by there, I think of Joe. I can still see him going down either side, down to the School Street side, or down to the Town Street side, or the Burnside Avenue side, taking these kids and making sure each one of them got across the street. And you know what? He cared about you, whether you were in first grade and he had to stop you in the hallway. He didn't chastise you. He turned it into a shoe tying lesson. And he cared about you if you were in first grade or if you were in 12th grade. And that's why we're here tonight, because this was his vision, his dream, was his top 20 dinner. Okay, and we've done it he did it for over 50 years. We're now in our 59th year. And we've had a wonderful, wonderful experience with East Harvard Public Schools and with East Harvard High School. The companionship, the partnership with the school system has been wonderful with Exchange. Now, I just want you to know that, you see, in 2016, we always held the top 20 at the Marco Polo, a landmark restaurant in East Hartford. But it closed. What were we to do? Well, your principal, he dared to dream big, okay? And there's a banner in our high school on the 2nd floor. I go by it every day when I'm going with my student Abdullah. And it says, "Dream big." And Mr. Ryan dared to dream big because what he did is he brought us here to Rentschler, okay? And this is the place where you, the top 20, can bring more of your fans, more of your friends and relatives, more of the people that want to see you can come here. And we're very glad that happened, that we're able to be here tonight. Now, both principals would agree that you are the reason we're here tonight. You are the reason why all these folks have come to see you and honor you. And tradition calls me to make these introductions of who is here in your honor. Now, after that, I'll be calling on our guest speakers to make their brief remarks. But first, I want to say that the head of the Board of Education, Brian Hall, did a wonderful job introducing our town council, and his Board of Ed members. And I want to thank you all for being here. From East Hartford Public Schools tonight, we have our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Nathan Quinnell. Our East Hartford Vice Principal is with us tonight, Mr. John Fody, who is the first Assistant Vice Principal, House 9. Mrs. Michelle Marion, House 10. Our newest Vice Principal, Mr. Edward Lavoie, House 11. And last, of course, not least, Mrs. Allison Anderson, House 12. Now, from our guidance department tonight, we have Dr. Frank Staples, and he has brought with him his guidance, veteran guidance people, Mrs. Cody and Mrs. Cohen and Mrs. Schatz. And let us not forget our career college coordinator, Ms. Brown. She does a fine job for us. Now, our heads of departments. Bear with me a second. Secondary Supervisor of Social Studies, Mr. Edward Quick. Supervisor of Science, Melissa Galavino. Department Head of Special Education, Ms. Sharon Bremer. And let's see, Supervisor of Fine Arts and Performing Arts, Tracy Kane. And from World Language, we have Liz, help me with this, Peasy. Thank you. Unfortunately, and I don't believe, are any of our legislative team here tonight? I didn't suspect that they would be, but, however, they were able to bring over the legislative plaques earlier for our students. So we do thank them for that. And, Representative Jinga, Jason Rojas, and Jeff Curry are all adamant supporters of education. You should know that. Mr. Curry is on the Committee of Education. And also, our new state senator from the 3rd District, who took Tim Larson's place, the former mayor of South Windsor. He also was a great supporter, Dr. Saoud Anwar, a supporter of education. They're there because our ECS funding is very important, and I'm glad they're there for us. I hope that you are too. Now, there's one more person, and I know he kind of got away. Well, a friend of mine did do a little introduction for him, but he is part of East Hartford High School. I need to let you know that the man who gets us to class on time and makes sure that we are where we're supposed to be, our commander, our chief, our boss, but also all of our principal, the principal of East Hartford High School, Mr. Matt Ryan. Now, our first speaker tonight, Marcia LeClaire and I served on the same volunteer committees in town for quite a long time. I won't tell you how long. But the most successful you might have heard about is Burnside plus Main Street. And that's back when I was head trustee of Burnside United Methodist Church. But we did a lot of cleaning up in those days of that area, didn't we, Marcia? But whether she is pulling businesses to the Silver Lane corridor or bringing more businesses to look at Main Street, it's been my privilege, and it is my privilege, to introduce to you the hardworking Mayor of East Hartford, the Honorable Marcia LeClaire.
Well, thank you and good evening. It certainly is a bright spot in my year when I get to come here to speak to 20 amazing students who have given so much to be where they are today. and to be with an amazing group of teachers and administrators who have shaped the foundation of what your education has started and has continued to come to this point. But it also is amazing to know that I'm here not only as the mayor, but with a bounty of people that have supported me and my administration, and that would be whether it's the Board of Education, Brian Hall and his team, or whether it's the Town Council and Rich Kehoe. One thing that we know is that we work collaboratively together. And in order to be successful, you need an infrastructure of support behind you. So the one person or the people who were not expressed as being thanked this evening are also a great part of the foundation on which you were built. And that is your family, your parents, your home unit, those that have impacted your life and have supported the initiatives of the school and the administration, who had made education a priority and shaped you to be a self-learner, who has allowed you to be a broad thinker, someone who can think that there is more out there that you want to be part of than just living for today. It's living for tomorrow. It's knowing that the world is much bigger than the world that you presently live in. And it's wanting to experience and grow within the world that we live. We can get from one side of the world to the other, and we can call it a vacation. These are new times for us when we can think broader, know more, and find out information with the flick of our phones. We can be the catalyst for greatness, and you and this generation have the ability to do that. There's new formation of careers out there, and many of you will find yourselves probably broadening your horizon. While you're headed to school for one thing, you may end up in another field. But those fields will be born to you as you become more worldly in your exposure to learning and find out really what opportunities really are out there. From the bottom of my heart, I want to say congratulations to each of you. And we celebrate with you each and every day because we helped to shape your foundation and to see you grow. And I know somewhere out here in this audience, there is a future leader. And we talked about the other day at the middle school career path about accidental careers. And my career as mayor was an accidental career. Something I'd never thought about before. And not that I want all of you to go into being a mayor, believe me. But I do want you to understand that the more you experience, the more you investigate, the more you study, the more you learn, the more you travel, the more you participate, the more opportunity you have for a bigger and broader lifestyle and life. And for that, I say, I wish you well. Congratulations. You've made us very proud. Don't ever forget where you've come from or the people that have helped you along the way, either directly in some big way or indirectly in some other way. So congratulations to each of you and to your families. What an amazing opportunity to be here. I remember when my own daughter was in the top 20. And David, you've aged me quite a bit just by bringing me back many, many years about Burnside. But also to be a parent, to be a family member and have that really innate belief that you've done good and that your children are going to have a great life ahead of them. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you for those words of encouragement, Mayor Marcia. Our next speaker started out at the town council shortly after he returned back to East Hartford from college. He has spent numerous hours, not just hours, years, in service to the town and to the people. I think that he has inherited this title, Mr. East Hartford. I'm sorry, Mr. Henry Ginga, but I think now the mantle turns to the chairperson of our town council, Mr. Richard Kehoe.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate, Dave, your comments. First off, I do want to thank the Exchange Club for every year supporting this project and supporting so many other projects that benefit the community in East Hartford. It is those kinds of community organizations that really make a difference in people's lives, and you know, it's all volunteer work. It's all really work from the heart, and I truly appreciate all that you do. I know that there was a reference to the town council members here today. If you all could just stand. I mean, I see Caroline over here, Mark. So it's Caroline Torres, Mark Weinberg, and Rama Bersturia. And unfortunately, the rest of the council could not be here for a number of other reasons, but we do stand together with the Board of Education and with the mayor in support of our school system, because we do truly believe that the true foundation of a successful town is the strength of its school system. And that's not just the slogan, I mean, that's a reality. When you hear about people moving into communities, especially if they either have children or are expecting to start a family, what do they look at? They look at the quality of the schools. Will their kids get a great education? And as I tell, you know, tons of people who are looking, we have a great public school system here in the town of East Hartford. And the people here tonight, not only the staff that make it happen, but the top 20 students who are here are emblematic of the fact that we have such a great school system. And as a graduate of East Hartford High, I'm very proud to support the public school system. And Dave neglected that while I've been on the town council now for 28 years, prior to that, I served on the Board of Education here in the town of East Hartford, and those are the 4 years that really helped me to understand fully the operations of the school system, and also the importance of what we do here, not only then on the Board of Education, but now on the town council, that it's all intertwined, and we all need to support each other so that the school system is successful. And I'll leave you with one other thought here. You know, Marcia had brought it up as she alluded to the rather unusual circumstances in which she became mayor, and I won't go into the real, true, bizarre way it all fell into place. But the reality of the situation, the lesson to be learned there, is that life is such that you never know from day to day, year to year, what opportunities will open up. And the goal really is to prepare yourself for those opportunities and to be able to take advantage of them. And you know, if Marcia had not been on the town council, if she had not had the background she had, if she didn't have the education and the leadership skills, she would not have been ready for that opportunity, but she was. And I think that is something, as an experience, that we all need to understand, because you never know what will come up. It'll surprise you. And if you're prepared, you will be able to take advantage of it and look back with an awful lot of pride on what you've been able to accomplish. So good luck as you go forward into college and beyond. And I look forward to hearing where everybody is going here tonight when they come up for their awards. Thank you.
32 years of service to the town of East Hartford and its people. Well, our last speaker, it was my privilege to work with him while he was a vice principal at East Hartford High. I got to see how well he worked with both students and staff. And we know today, as Nathan Quinnell as superintendent, how great he is intertwined with both students and staff. And at one point, he was the youngest superintendent in Connecticut. I give you Mr. Nathan Quinnell, our superintendent.
So somewhere in there's a compliment. I'm going to work on that one. But Mr. Case, I have to be honest with you. The top 20 dinner for me is a night where this time of year, if you work in the school system, maybe it's like that for parents at home too, but you're tired, to be honest with you. You're at events almost every night. This is a really celebratory time, but you're tired. And I come to these things and I all of a sudden feel this burst of energy. And for me, honestly, my burst of energy happens I watch the screen play, and I know it's not playing anymore because you're looking at me, so I'm assuming it's not. And I see students' faces, and I see where students are headed, and I see the future that our kids have created. So that's my first burst of energy. My second burst, Mr. Case, is you. Man, I really enjoy the stuff you bring out and share. I am so excited to call Mr. Ryan the supercharged principal and the man with the dream. You've given me lines for a year to use, so I really want to thank you for that. But kind of moving to where we are tonight, it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be a part of this community. The feeling in my heart of gratefulness for what East Hartford's been for me personally, as a young man who came here right out of college, and seeing colleagues in the audience who we started all together working, and to see what this is and what this is becoming and what this will be is an overwhelming sense of gratitude for me. And I'm an educator, I'm a teacher, I'm somebody who feels the compulsion and need that if you give me a microphone and you give me some kids in front of me, I need to take my 2 minutes to give you something. And I've been reading the paper for the past few weeks as we look at graduations, of course, first the college graduations, and now, of course, the private school. They seem to get out a lot earlier than we do. I think they're onto something with that. But as I read about what people say at graduations, and I think about, these are all things you've heard. These are all things that have been said before you. And at some point, when do those things have meaning? What do they mean for you as students, this top 20 group of students? And I want to say something to you that will have a profound impact on you. And I guess many times like this, I come up feeling sorely wanting. And I guess for me, kids, our top 20 students, I want to say thank you. And really sincerely thank you for what you've meant to us here in East Hartford. For all of us who work in our school system, and I really want to acknowledge all the faculty that are here tonight. And thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you for coming and being here tonight. And I know it's an honor for you as well to be invited by a student. All of our faculty are, I believe Mr. Ryan and Mr. Case extended an opportunity for our students to invite whoever they want throughout their experience, and they picked you. That's an amazing honor. But for us who are sitting here watching you, and for our parents sitting in the audience, when we look at you, we are just beyond proud of what's happened. And I think at the age you are right now in your life, very few of you understand that right now because you're 17, you're 17, 18, you're not supposed to understand that. But in that, I want to give you a couple quick things. Number one, for who's been given a lot, and you have been given a lot. You've been given the loving arms of a community who's cared about you so much. You've been given the absolute best shot of a group of the most talented educators in the state of Connecticut, and for my money, the entire country. You've been given academic talents and gifts and work ethic. And I'm not saying in your gift you haven't worked for it, you absolutely have, but you've been given so much. So for who has been given so much is expected. And I know you feel that weight of expectations because you're in the top 20. You've lived with that, and you've lived up to that. But I want to encourage you that gift continues. That gift continues moving forward. The expectations of this community is that you're going to continue to represent us in that way of pride that East Hartford knows so well. And that chip on my shoulder, make something out of nothing, find ways to come together and make special things happen, defy the odds, shatter the narrative. That's who our community is. And that's what we expect from you. We expect you to face tough times with resiliency and a refusal to be held down as you go to BU, as you go to University of Wisconsin, Nebraska at Lincoln. I almost messed that up. I got it right, Alicia. We expect you to hit a wall and to remember what East Hartford is as a community. And a lot is expected of you guys. And And we're very comfortable with this because many of us have sat at these dinners for a long time as well, and we've just seen your colleagues continue to go on and thrive. And it's a real honor to be a very small piece of that. Whoever's given a lot of expected of you, and there is a lot on you. You are our future, and you are our best shot. We've given you all we have, and we are so proud to know that it actually works. So thank you all, students, tonight. Take that opportunity. You have thanked your teachers by asking them to be here. Don't miss the opportunity to stop them before they walk out and really tell them what you feel. Don't miss the opportunity tonight to say something to your mom and dad, your aunt, your uncle, your grandmother, your neighbor, whoever's here. Don't miss that shot. Those moments mean so much, and those moments come back to buoy them up as we all need it. So thank you all. God bless, and I'm really looking forward to tonight. Thank you, Mr. Case, for having me here.
Okay, so the way that our program works is that I basically call up the students, and I call them up in random order, because if it was alphabetical, they would know where they were. If it was by rank, they would know where they are. And so many times it's more fun for me if the top 20 doesn't know when they're coming up. But I do have a couple data points for us that we like to bring up every year. So like the first one is that these students have worked so hard. They collectively have over 211 honors courses under their belts. They have 125 AP courses, which is the third most in the last 10 years. They have the highest GPA range in the last 10 years. They have, out of the top 20, 11 are K-12 students, 11 of them. 4 of them were K-2, 5, 6, 7, left for 2 years, probably went to some middle school that we don't name, and came back to East Hartford High School. And then 5 came into East Hartford at some point, whether it was 7th, 8th, or 9th grade. They moved in and they came to East Hartford High School. The scholarships that this group has earned just for next year is $385,000. Parents should be happy about that. And over the next few years, of the 4 years, these are renewable merit scholarships. That total will reach $1.3 million. So this is a high-level group we have here tonight. So let's get us started, and I'll just do one reminder. I know that Ms. Anderson met with you. We are all here because we want to see and hear about your accomplishments and who you are as a student and a person from East Hartford Public Schools. And so some of you are not really good at talking about yourselves and boasting and telling us how great you are. This is okay to do tonight. Tell us how great you are. Tell us the great things you've accomplished. We want to hear about what you've done and what you're going to do, okay? So some things you want to make sure you say, right, are your name. Don't forget where you're going to college, although we did see it. And then whatever you have prepared, okay? But come up here and know that all of us, when you're talking, you're validating your family and the support, right? You're validating all of the employees that work for East Hartford Public Schools and our hard work. So every time you say something good, we pat ourselves on the back, okay? And so that's why we're all here. We're here to celebrate with you, and we will all walk out of here feeling really great about each other and ourselves tonight. So without further ado, I will bring up Tyshell Wynn Roy. I have no idea how you were first.
Me neither.
Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Tyshell, as you know, and I guess I'll start by telling you a little bit about myself. After graduating from East Hartford High, I will be studying biology at Penn State University, and from there I will pursue a career in pediatrics. My time at East Hartford High has helped me determine that this career is where I want to be for the rest of my life. I'll always remember the difficult move I'd had as a 14-year-old. I'd moved from Bristol to East Hartford right before going into high school. Basically, I was walking into East Hartford High as an awkward teenager with no friends and no direction whatsoever. As the months of freshman year went by, I began to build relationships with my friends and my teachers who made me feel more than welcome. My sophomore year was when I was introduced to the thing I loved the most, biology. Ms. Dumas did a great job of confusing us 10th graders with her scientific concepts while also teaching us the study of life. After 10th grade, Ms. Dumas wasn't just a science teacher to me anymore. She was a mentor and a friend. She introduced me to some of the things I love the most about biology, and I can't thank her enough for it. Throughout high school, I've always joked about being in the top 20. So when they told me I was number 12, I asked them if that was correct, and then I realized no one could ever have my name, so it was right. It's been an honor to attend East Hartford High these past 4 years, and because of my closest friends and the amazing teachers, it'll be something that I'll never forget. I began at East Hartford High as a scared freshman. I built relationships around me, and I've become a successful woman. Thank you.
Parents, if you want to come up and take a picture while she's getting her award, we have a citation from our state legislators. We have a certificate from the town council, and we have a plaque from the Board of Education. So if you want to take a minute and come over and get a good picture that you can post on Facebook, now is the time. Or Snapchat, or Twitter. Next up, we'll bring up Crystal Addo.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Crystal Addo, and I will be attending Northeastern University in the fall, majoring in nursing and minoring in Spanish. I want to start this off by saying congratulations to everyone here. All of those sleepless nights finally paid off for us. As I'm standing here, I would like to take the time to thank my parents and all my teachers for always believing in me and pushing me to become the best version of myself. Without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I can't say thank you enough for all that you've done for me. I've made many great memories throughout my time here, from all the football games to the time when the school lost power by freshman year, and we were all goofing around in the dark. But these 4 years of my life have also been very challenging. There are many nights when I'll be up at 2 in the morning questioning whether my education was really worth it. But I would always remind myself that the suffering would soon end and that all of my hard work would be rewarded. And that with African parents, slacking off wasn't an option. Though it has been challenging, these past 4 years have helped me grow in ways that I would have never imagined. When I first got here, I was afraid to put myself out there. I would avoid trying new things because I would always manage to find a way to convince myself that things wouldn't turn out well. But with the support of my friends and teachers, in addition to the various resources that our school has to offer, I quickly learned that I had to take the initiative and step out of my comfort zone, and that things not turning out perfectly was simply a part of life and that I would live to see another day. I would now like to take the time to acknowledge the people who've been with me through every step of the way of this journey. I was fortunate enough to have such amazing friends who stuck with me both through the good and the bad times, and those people are Leilani, Jamie, Joy, Alyssa, and Liv. No amount of words can describe how grateful I am to have met you guys, and my high school experience wouldn't have been the same without you. I'm happy to be here with all of you today. As we all go our separate ways, I wish all of you guys the best of luck in college and in life. We're all moving on to bigger and better things, and I can't wait to see what we all accomplish in the years to come. Thank you.
All right. Let's bring up Cassidy Thompson.
You already figured it out?
Yeah,
She already figured out my pattern.
it's not random. Hi, my name is Cassidy Thompson, and I've been in the East Hartford school system since 7th grade. I went to magnet schools up until I came to East Hartford Middle School, so public school was different for me. However, I can stand here today and tell you it was one of the best changes of my life. Coming into a new school can be hard for some people. You have no friends, you have to start completely from scratch, and you get lost at times. But the faculty and students in East Hartford Public Schools made that transition 10 times easier. There was always someone willing to help you find a classroom, and friends could be made in almost any class you had. It was a very positive environment, and I have enjoyed my time being here. Now that I have successfully completed my years at EHHS, I will be attending the University of St. Joseph to further my education. I will be majoring in nursing with the hope of becoming a nurse anesthetist or a nurse practitioner. I hope to be able to make a positive impact in people's lives by helping them when they need it most. Tonight I brought my calculus teacher, Miss Bergeron, as my East Hartford Public Schools member because throughout this year she has constantly pushed me to my fullest potential, and she always believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. With that, I would like to thank her and all my other teachers for constantly pushing me because they knew I could do it. Thank you for never giving up on me even though I may complain about everything, and for being such positive influences in my life. I would also like to thank my friends for always being there for me to talk to and for being able to explain any assignments I didn't understand. Thank you to my family for helping keep me on track and for always checking if I was done and needed help with my assignments. Shout out to my mom for always proofreading any of my essays before I turned them in. I know they were long and you were tired, so I really appreciate it. Lastly, I would like to thank the school and any others for having this dinner to commemorate the top 20 kids. Thank you to everyone who made this achievement possible. I look forward to my next few years in college to further my education so that I can be able to give back to the community.
Nice job.
Let's bring up Michelle Barnes.
It's whatever order I decide.
Come on
And
now.
then when you figure the order out, I change it.
I figured it out. Okay. Good evening. I am Michelle Barnes, graduating senior at East Hartford High School. I will be continuing my education at Delaware State University, where I'll be majoring in biological sciences with a concentration in health professions. Getting to this point wasn't easy, as many of my fellow graduates know. With that being said, I would like to thank the many staff and administration that has helped each and every last one of us make it to this point. In particular, I would like to thank Blue. He started off as a security guard at East Hartford High and moved his position up to House 9. What's it called? Behavior manager. I still don't know his last name, but to me, he's Blue. Also,
Only has one name. It's like Cher.
also, Mrs. Edge, she's someone special in my heart, and she made this year really, really special for me. I would also like to thank
the friends and family that have also helped and motivated us throughout the way. I have two of my best friends in the back, Jayla and Amaya, and then my mom, my dad, and my sister, who have always been there for me, so I like to thank them as well. Aside from this, I'd like to leave my fellow recipients with a message. Do not become stagnant or comfortable as we move on to the next chapter in our lives. We have proved what we are capable of, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. I look forward, no, sorry, wrong part. I look around and see our future leaders, doctors, engineers, and more. We are the future and will have the greatest impact on how we want our society shaped. I look forward to seeing what is in store for each and every one of you. Congratulations and thank you.
Let's bring up Julian Santiago. I don't even know what the pattern is now.
First off, can we get another round of applause for all the families here tonight? My name is Julian Santiago, and I will be going to UHeart for computer engineering. And before I get started, just impromptu, seeing all the teachers here, I just want to thank all the teachers I've ever had. You guys are amazing. And before you clap, I just want to thank Mr. Carafano, Ms. Shaker, Ms. Bergeron, Mr. Bagley, Ms. Edge, Ms. Hawkslads, all of you guys are amazing, and you have made these 4 years go by so fast. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to tell you all a story. People ask me what my proudest moment of high school is, and it makes me think of one incident immediately. But before that, you should know that something about me. When I came to the high school freshman year, I was literally the shyest person you could ever meet. Doing this, I probably would have died just thinking about it. But yeah, talking in front of people made me want to faint. And yeah, back to the story, that you know that. Anyways, it was junior year, English 3 honors in Miss Griffin's room. And we had this big presentation project where each student was supposed to pick a person or character of their choosing and analyze them in front of the class for 5 minutes. And the way it worked was you would pick a time slot on a specific day for your presentation. So it finally came to my day to present, and right before I'm about to go up, my friend who was right up after me that day came up close to me, and he whispered something in my ear. He said, "Julian, I need you to present for the rest of the class. I didn't start my project. If you don't do this and it gets to my turn and I have nothing, I won't pass the class." So me being me, I looked him dead in the eyes and said, "Sucks to be you." So then it's my turn, and I start to walk up to the front of the class. I cuss in my head, open up the PowerPoint that is designed to be 5 minutes long, and I look at my friend, and I talk for 20 minutes until the end of the class about Wolverine. I ended up getting an A, and my friend ended up passing the class because of me. Ever since that day, I haven't been terrified, too bad, to talk in front of people, and that's probably why it's one of my proudest moments. But it's not my proudest moment. My proudest moment of high school is standing up here right now in front of my parents, because everything I've done and strived for these past 4 years wasn't for me, it was for you guys. Oh no. I want to give a special shout out to my dad, because it is you who has been the greatest role model a kid could ask for, working day in and day out. to provide for me and my needs with never a single complaint, making sure that I was always working towards becoming a better me every day. And I can promise everyone here that I would not be the man I am today without you. I love you, Dad. Now, I can't forget about my mom, my best friend. It is you that would always be able to tell if there was something wrong just by looking into my eyes. It is you that would pick me up when I didn't even know I was down. It's you that would stay up late at night with me to watch episodes of The Flash just to make me feel better. You always put me first. I love you, Mom. I hope standing up here that I have made you too proud, because it's you who have made me so incredibly proud as parents, and it's because all of the magical people at that table that I will be attending University of Hartford for Computer Engineering. Thank you.
Next up, let's bring up Adesole Bambibe.
Good evening. My name is Adesola Bamigbaye. This fall, I will be attending Bentley University in Waltham, Massachusetts, to study economics and finance, to pursue a career as a financial consultant. Not nervous at all. This would not be possible without Mrs. Brown. I met her near the end of junior year because a lot of my friends last year were seniors, and I can't imagine my year without getting to see her every day. I had never heard of Bentley University before, but Mrs. Brown came up to me one day and said, there's a representative from that school coming here, and I think it would be a good idea for you to go. So I said, sure, so I could help her out, and I went to do some research so I'd have some questions to ask, and 8 months later, I'm attending a school I've grown to love, and it wouldn't be without her. Goodness gracious. She's such an integral part of this school and community, and I'm glad I was fortunate enough to know her. So thank you, Mrs. Brown. I had a really good support system throughout my years of high school. I was very fortunate to have never had a teacher that didn't care about my education, and a lot of the times they cared more than I did. But right from freshman year, I had teachers who were invested in my success. They helped me when I needed it, even when I refused to ask for it. So thank you to all my teachers for caring about my education, teaching me what I needed to know, and motivating me to do everything I needed to. Special thank you to Ms. Cutcomp, Mr. Carafano, and Mr. Martucci, who isn't here, for writing me my college recommendation letters. I'd like to thank my friends, because I'm going to be forced to wake up at 5:30 every morning to go to a school for 180 days. I'm glad it was with you guys. They were a blessing and a ray of sunshine in my life, and I couldn't imagine high school without getting to see them and scream at them every day. Thank you to my guidance counselor, Mrs. Schlatz. She's had to deal with so many schedule changes at the beginning of every year, and I can't even count how many times I've asked her for transcripts and recommendations in the past few months. But she's always been willing to help me with whatever I needed, so thank you, Mrs. Schlatz. I want to thank my family, especially my mother. She's my best friend and the first person I see every morning, because I never wake up when my alarm rings, so she always wakes me up. She's the reason I'm here today, and everything I do is for her. She's my favorite person, even though I annoy her for a daily basis, so Thank you, Mom, for always being there and for giving birth to me. I was honestly scared to go into high school because I used to watch a lot of TV, and now I don't even have any time to sleep. And all you saw were horror stories about bullying, drugs, and parties, and thankfully my experience was the complete opposite of that. I had an absolute blast, and even though I would never, ever go through high school again, I wouldn't trade my 4 years at East Hartford High School for anything. So thank you, East Hartford Schools, for everything you've done for me.
Next up, let's bring up Liv Lamb.
Hi everyone, my name's Liv Lam. Just a warning, I've never properly done a speech before, so please bear with me if I mess, especially because I get emotional very easily. First of all, congrats to my fellow top 20 students. At least the mental breakdowns these past 4 years were for something. Of course, like everyone else, I would like to thank some people. First and probably most importantly, I want to thank my loving parents and my grandma. I would like to thank my loving parents and my grandma for not only giving me life, but for teaching me to do the most with it. As well for my older sister, Lana, for dealing with me when I'm a brat. I am a lot to handle, at times stubborn, but at the end of the day, it's great knowing I have a family that loves me even when I can't seem to love myself. Next, my friends, especially Crystal, Alyssa, Lilani, Jamie, and Joy. Thank you for accepting me from times when I'm a mess and times when I think I'm too good for this world, for allowing me to make mistakes and grow from them, for supporting me when I have no confidence in myself, and for hyping me up when I do. Last but not least, I want to thank Mrs. Goletz, Mrs. Hawksides, and so many teachers in this room for everything you do for students. Not only do you see the potential in us and guide us to see it for ourselves, you view us as more than just numbers and letter grades. To Mrs. Hawksides, thank you for guiding me these last 4 years and listening to me complain about a lot. Freshman Liv would have never imagined building this bond I have with you, but I'm truly grateful that I did. To Mrs. Goletz, thank you for your crazy spider stories, making me cry many, many times during Feel Good Friday videos, and for your complete and utter devotion to your students. Walking into your classroom felt like a home away from home, and I always felt left with either a life lesson or information I can use to analyze my friends' behavior. I truly hope that you write the autobiography and get the TV show you deserve. As for my future plans, I'll be attending the University of Massachusetts Amherst as an environmental science major this upcoming fall. For probably the last 6 years, I desperately wanted to get out of East Hartford. Now that I have the chance to, and I'm going to, I'm terrified. Excited but terrified. Yes, not all the memories here have been good, but we have the power to determine if those memories will either help us improve or hold us back. Regardless, I know that today will be a good memory as I come to realize that East Hartford and this community will always be my home. You can take the girl out of East Hartford, but you can't take the East Hartford out of the girl. Once a Hornet, always a Hornet. I'm sorry that was a bit cheesy, but thank you.
I like that one. That was really good.
Let's bring up Maselda Lott.
I wanted to start the speech off with a Joker quote from a book, but I didn't think it would be memorable enough, so I'll just go on with the obvious basics. I'm Matilda Law. I'm heading off to the University of Massachusetts Amherst and majoring in Japanese and business in order to become a translator/interpreter for business relations. I started in Langford Elementary and have been a part of the East Hartford Public Schools up to this year. In that time, I developed many interests, including music, art, chess, and soccer. I've developed my own opinions and confidence in them. I've almost gotten over my stage fright, yet even standing here, my nerves are going a bit haywire. I enjoyed overseeing the development of the marching band and watching the amount of dedication the students in NHS compared to our former seniors grow, despite the slack of our current president. I appreciate the teachers I've got to meet and befriend. I also appreciate the classmates that interacted with me throughout these 4 years. Many people look up to great figures in history or famous stars on their computer screen, and many even their families. I've always looked up to my peers the most. They've always had qualities that I aspire to have. Sandra Bosiaco has the confidence and toughness that I adore. She says what's on her mind with no doubt and doesn't leave a single regret. Crystal Ado, despite what she says sometimes, is one of the most hardworking people I know. She works with her best effort and could achieve almost anything. Adesola, I have never tried to say her last name. Adesola's positivity lifted me up when I didn't even notice if I was down. Evan Mertick and Danny Hong have their distinct interest in learning. I'm going to miss overhearing the slight off-topic conversations. I do think they could still learn to talk quieter. Liv Lamb has been a great friend. Her kindness and honesty have helped me through a lot this year especially. Though I have more people that I'd like to appreciate. Those are some people here who I talked to in the top 20 that I've grown up with and wanted to share something I've never really had a chance to express. So the end of the year has come around and I get really sentimental. I reflect upon the years past. I've grown, but there's still a lot more work for me to do. I still bend easily to people's wishes. I'm quiet, I'm naive. But moving on to college, I wish everyone in the top 20 the best of luck in their future. I'll take what I've learned from you and try my best.
Next up, let's bring up Yuen Lee. You ready?
Okay.
Hi guys, my name is Yuen and I will be attending the University of Connecticut this fall and I will be majoring in environmental science. First, I would like to congratulate my fellow classmates for making the top 20 and I'm assuming your parents and friends must be proud of you too. It's crazy to think how time really flies by and it felt like yesterday when we were all freshmen. But here we are now graduating in a week or so. I hope you guys find success and happiness in your career paths. Seeing the faces in this room, I know you guys will do fine and will have a bright future. Many of you don't know this, but I'm actually not from America. I came to the U.S. from Vietnam when I was 4, and I was blessed enough to come to a country where I was able to receive a free education and be the first in my family to go to college. I took my education very seriously because seeing how women are educated in Vietnam made me realize that I should be grateful for the educational opportunities that I have. For example, my mother, she stopped going to school in the 5th grade because people believed that she wasn't smart enough, and because my grandparents couldn't afford school for her. Because for her and my dad, I was lucky enough to be able to escape the same path and create my own. Therefore, I'd like to thank them for what they've done for me. I saw how much they struggled when they first come to America. They had to adapt and assimilate to American culture in order to put a roof over my head and my siblings. They left their home country to be in a foreign one where they don't speak English and were sometimes looked down upon. They gave up their home relatives and culture in order to give my siblings and I a better life in America. They are my main motivation and inspiration to follow my dreams. because they gave up theirs so I can pursue mine. I would also like to thank my best friend, Noelia. I've known her since 7th grade, and she's literally my support system besides my family. She's literally one of the most hardworking people I've ever met, and her leadership skills as a swim team captain was phenomenal, and she's honestly the perfect friend, daughter, student, etc. that anyone can ever have. Noelia, you honestly inspire me and motivate me so much because you are so dedicated towards what you want to achieve. I'm 100% sure you're going to do amazing things in the future, and I hope I'm there to witness it all. Thank you for sticking with me through the thick and thin. I love and appreciate you and our friendship so much. I would also like to thank Mr. Bagley, because if it weren't for you, I would have no idea what career path I would want to pursue. Taking your class made me realize how much of an impact humans had on our environment. As a child, I've always wanted to pursue a career path that would allow me to make a difference in the world. And with environmental science, I really think I could do that. Plus, Mr. Bagley is an amazing teacher, and I've been in the East Hartford Public School system since I was in kindergarten, and I haven't had a teacher that was so dedicated to helping their students succeed. I don't know if you ever gotten Teacher of the Year yet, but in my eyes, you are my Teacher of the Year. Once I do go out in my career set, I will definitely tell you all about my findings. Lastly, I would like to thank myself, because I am the key to my own success. Nothing in life is ever handed to you. If you want it, you must work for it. People can motivate you as much as they want, but if you don't have the drive or ambition to accomplish your own goals, you'll never achieve anything. And that's why I thank myself. I worked hard my 4 years of high school to make the top 20 and graduate. I pushed through those long nights studying, writing essays, and suffering through multiple mental breakdowns to get where I am now. So for that, I'm proud of myself. And to my fellow top 20 classmates, you guys should be proud of yourself too. You guys probably went through the same things as I did, but now look at us, we made it to graduation. And we made it here despite how much mental and physical stress we endured. This goes to show that you can truly accomplish anything if you put your heart and soul in it. To end this speech, I wanted to say that, your life is short. Live your life with no regrets. You don't want to be laying on your deathbed and all you can think about is things you should have done in your life. Take risks, get out of your comfort zone, and do what your heart desires. Don't ever let anyone's opinions get in the way of your choices. Don't be afraid to let your voice be heard. Speak yourself, because after all, you only live once, so might as well live to the fullest and be the one in control of it. And that's it. Thank you.
Let's bring up Jamie Sullivan.
Hello, my name is Jamie Sullivan, and I will be studying political science at Boston University in the fall. I've spent all 13 years of my educational experience in East Hartford, and I've been able to build relationships and develop a skill set I will cherish forever. I'd like to thank all the teachers and faculty that have supported me over the years. You have all made my experience within East Hartford an unforgettable one, and I'll forever appreciate the lessons I've learned and the guidance I've received. I'd like to say thank you to my friends. The past 4 years have been an experience to say the least, and I couldn't imagine going through it with anyone other than you guys. Sorry. Thank you to my mom, who has supported me unconditionally over the past 4 years. When entering high school, I don't think either one of us could have predicted what the next 4 years would hold, and I'll forever cherish knowing that no matter what, I had you by my side. Coming into high school, I had a very set perspective on what made a good student, and was very discouraged when I found myself unable to meet those expectations. I think it's easy to fall into a pattern of setting the same goals for yourself that all your peers are striving for, because we all have a very similar of what success means. For me, the past 4 years have meant teaching myself that a journey to success can be whatever I want it to be. There is never just one path to achieving your goals, and I will forever appreciate learning to push myself not to a set level of perfection, but to a place where I can look back on what I've achieved and be proud of what I've overcome. Thank you again to everyone who has supported me over the years. I promise to continue to work hard and try my best to become someone that the town of East Hartford can be proud of.
Next up, Sandra Osei Boisiaco.
No.
Next one? Okay. Christine Nguyen. She's right there. Yeah. I think I'll just turn this on. Okay, there you go.
Wow, unlucky me. I never thought I'd be standing here seeing this today. Hello, I want to thank everyone who made time to come tonight, and also congratulations to all my peers who made it as well. My name is Christine, and I am heading to the University of Connecticut this year, hoping to major in statistics. Thanks, Mr. Caravano. I'm so honored to be here, and words can't seem to explain how I feel, but I'll try. I'm so grateful for where I am because I arrived at East Hartford in 8th grade. Prior to that, I came from a place that I felt did not give me enough options or opportunities to fully grow. Even though I didn't have the same options as other students when I first came to East Hartford, the community helped me find my path. I am glad I took the path I did and made the academic choices I've made because of the relationships I've built with my teachers and peers. Throughout the 4 years I've spent at East Hartford High School, I gained lifelong friends and mentors that I now consider family, like Ms. Barry and Ms. Stages came tonight, and also many other teachers like Ms. Shaker, and many more that I can't think about right now. But the people who helped me the most are my parents. They built the foundation for me and were interactive throughout my journey. I love you and thank you for sacrificing for me, your only child. Everyone I've met has been more than supportive and encouraging, especially Tam over there. At East Hartford High School, I was able to discover myself and excel academically. This school overall was and still is my home. The environment that the school brings is one that is accepting and warm. I am grateful I ended up in East Hartford. Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
All right, now we'll bring up Sandra Osei Boisiaco.
I guess I should apologize to Christine for using the bathroom. Sorry.
right.
I should have looked.
Yeah.
I should have looked. It's my fault.
So I was reading the speech and it's pretty trash, so I'm just gonna wing it. Hi, my name is Sandra Sebasiaco. I'd like to first give a round of applause to all the teachers here tonight. You guys really don't get enough credit for what you guys do. You know, just getting up in the morning, I can't do it. I don't have kids, and I can't handle it. So I don't know how you guys do it, but thank you so much. If you guys want to get the tissues, y'all should get the tissues. All right. So writing the speech was really difficult because I had so much to say, and at the time I didn't know what I was gonna say, so here it is. First, I would like to thank Ms. Beauchamp because, you know, even though I wasn't in any of your actual classes, having you as my connections teacher was truly a blessing because the kindness that you've shown me was, you didn't have to, but thank you. I would like to give a shout out to Ms. Leone for writing my recommendation and to all my teachers for putting up with me. I know at times I come off as like really quiet and like standoffish, but I'm kind of funny. You get to know me, just saying. Next, I would like to thank, you know, my brother for not, you know, just coming out of the womb with me, but sorry, Mom, it's not a good speech. But for being my longest friend and confidant. Next, I would like to thank my dad for, you know, showing me what it really means to have a man respect a woman and how a woman can be equal to a man and how, like, education is really important because in a lot of places, education isn't really valued when it comes to women, and that's something we should really be thankful for. I would like to thank my dad for showing me, you know, self-respect and self-worth and how hard work can, you know, get you here. I should stop saying, you know. Next, I would like to thank my mom. I love you, Mom. If you want to cry now, don't cry. I did your makeup. I would like to thank you for showing me the power of what it is, the power that women really have. And I don't even know what to say. Thank you for cooking me food. Thank you for telling me to clean my room. Thank you for dealing with me and putting up with me all these years. Thank you for letting me move out. Thank you for getting me that credit card you promised. And I didn't read this paper, so thank you everyone else for coming tonight. Y'all look really good, and I'm gonna get off now, so bye.
Let's go. No. Yes, that's better.
Next up, let's bring up Sydney Moore.
Hi, my name is Sydney Moore, and I'm going to Fashion Institute of Technology to major in advertising and marketing communication. One thing I've learned throughout my 4 years at East Hartford High School is that it's really hard to succeed without amazing people around you. When I first came to East Hartford High School, I was terrified. Going to a new school where I knew almost no one was a hard transition for me. I spent freshman year closed off and without any close friends. I did okay in school, but I wasn't happy. My parents pushed me to try to get more involved and talk to more people, and as I did, East Hartford High School quickly became a place I loved. During my sophomore and junior year, I met many amazing teachers who have become the keys to my success. The teachers I had pushed me to take more challenging classes and to set high goals for myself. A specific teacher who helped me grow so much during high school was Mrs. Edge. I was able to take her class both junior and senior year, and she has become someone I can turn to in any situation. Our Academy of Finance 2 class was a family where we all felt safe to be ourselves. It was a place where we all supported each other. I am forever grateful that Mrs. Edge's class gave me a chance to escape from my stress every once in a while and just laugh until we were all in tears. The friends I made while at East Hartford High School were another big factor to my success. My friends helped me calm down when I was stressed out and were there for me anytime I needed something. My friends, as well as my sisters, were able to balance out the seriousness of school with fun memories like prom, going to the beach, and just spending time together at one of our houses. I want to thank my friends and my sisters for keeping me sane and helping me bounce back from any obstacles I encountered. Finally, I have to thank my parents. My mom and dad have been my biggest supporters through all of high school and my entire life. I love how passionate they become about anything my sisters or I get involved in. Their commitment to the success of me and my sisters and the sacrifices they have made to help us reach our potential is something I will never be able to repay them for. Thank you.
Next up, let's bring up Kimberly Cologne.
Hello. So my name's Kimberly Cologne. I plan on going to CCSU in the fall to major in theater. And so, to start, I'm definitely going to thank my family for all their support while I've been in school, and I mean that with all my heart. They're some of the few people that didn't question my plans to major in theater at CCSU. When I told them, they didn't hesitate and say, so, what's plan B if theater doesn't work out? What's your second major? What's going to make you some money? But the thing is, it's not about money. At the end of the day, it's about what you're passionate about, and, I'm a strong believer in that. So I'm extremely grateful to have your support and respect for my dreams, which I realize others aren't always so lucky to have. I'd also like to seriously thank the school for pepping me for my future at CCSU and encouraging me to take classes that I originally thought I couldn't handle. I feel like I wouldn't have reached my full potential at any other high school besides East Hartford High. All in all, I'm pretty sure every single person in top 20 is going to do amazing things and change the world for the better. I know I don't talk much in general and talk to you guys, unfortunately, but from what I've seen, you all seem like genuine, open-minded, and most of all, kind people. And with that, I wish you guys good luck in college. We got this.
Signing up for one of her plays.
Next up, let's bring up Evan Murzak.
Okay, giving me the microphone is dangerous. Okay, so I took notes on what I was told to write a speech about. So first, my name, I'm Evan Merdzak, and I'm going to UConn for college. And then I just have brag underlined twice. So we're gonna do that for a little bit. So these past 4 years at East Hartford High School has been just a tremendous experience for me. I joined the cross-country team my freshman year, and it's been my passion for the next 4 years, and running's become kind of my life. I was co-captain this past year with Danny Hong, and it was a great time. We spent a lot of time running in the rain. It was really fun, especially this past track season. We had a lot of rain this spring for some reason. And the memories that I had with him doing that was just a great time. And then, so other things to brag about. So band, I was drum major these past 2 years, and our band competed in 2 band competitions over the past 2 years, and we won both of them, so we're pretty great. I also need to brag about my teachers a lot, because my teachers are really the only reason that I'm up here, because I'm a little bit eccentric at times. Somebody mentioned that I talk a lot, and that's why it's dangerous that they gave me the mic. But it was always my teachers that were able to bring me back to the topic and divert all of that excess energy into what the subject matter actually was. So I have to thank Mr. Carafano for in stats class. I'm really big into like Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering and a lot of these other games, and a lot of the randomness that happens in those games has a lot of stats behind it that I was able to analyze, and I just had a field day with that. It was a great time. And lastly, I need to brag a little bit about all my friends, because my friends are pretty great. So Danny Hong over there, he's pretty smart. You guys should really talk to him at some point, because some of the conversations I have with him, I learn new things all the time. Maybe that's why we work so well together. So another one of my friends, Anthony Meglin, he broke a school record in the 100-meter butterfly, also pretty great. Some of my other friends, I'm hearing about people going off to all these like crazy colleges, like somebody's going to Cornell, Leilani Gorham, that's also pretty great, Ivy League. So I'm surrounded by great friends, and a lot of the times it's who's around you and who's pushing you that really gets you to go where you want to go. You want to find the people that have the similar mindset to you, and they're going to be the ones that push you there. They're the ones who, on that rainy day, they're like, yeah, I know it really sucks outside, but we still need to go outside and run. And they're the ones who are like, I know we have like 2 essays and 3 exams in the same week, but we're still going to get together, we're still going to study. So it's always important to have that support system around you. And speaking of that support system, my family has done so much for me. They claim that they don't do anything special, but all 3 of us kids turned out really well. So you guys are great. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna stop there before I ramble on for too long. But just one last time, thank you to the East Hartford Public School System, all of my teachers, all of my friends, and all of my family for getting me to where I am today.
He's done that. He did that. Next up, let's bring up Olivia Mirza.
Hi everyone, I'm Olivia Mirza. Next year I will be attending the University of Nebraska to study agricultural education. so that'll be an adventure. These past 4 years has been quite an adventure as well. I have been a part of the VOAG program, which I am so thankful to have that opportunity because it has helped me to grow to be the person who I am today. And I wouldn't be there without my friend Valerie, who pushed me to join it. But even though I have spent most of my time at Glastonbury, I will never forget my time at East Hartford because I have also been able to grow so much, and it has just been so meaningful, and all the teachers have been so supportive of me over the years. One teacher in particular is Miss Williams, my current English teacher. She has inspired me to become a teacher as well. The way that she interacts with her students and how she's always there for people is one of the reasons I aspire to be a teacher. I'd also like to thank my family and my friends who have supported me unconditionally over the years and have helped me to achieve every single goal that I've set. So thank you.
Next up, let's bring up Malia Hunt.
Finally, okay. My name is Malia Hunt. I'm a student athlete and have attended East Hartford Public Schools since kindergarten. I'm the youngest of 4, and so I'm often referred to as someone's little sister or my dad's daughter. I will be attending CCSU next year, where I will major in social work. With so many careers to choose from, I decided social work because I won't be able to enjoy a luxurious life when there are people who are deprived of simple but necessary standards of living. Schooling has been more than just academics for me. It was less about getting a 95 or seeing high honors at the bottom of my report card, and more about the tests I studied the whole week for and got a 70 on. I've learned perseverance. I've learned how to see opportunities instead of obstacles. High school was about learning how to maintain relationships. I've been able to respond intelligently to unintelligent behavior. I've grown both with and apart from many people I held close to my heart. I was taught how to love people from a distance, whether it was physically or mentally. I'd like to thank those who love me unconditionally, not just these past 4 years, but way before I can even remember. Michael, Michaela, and Michon. My father always told me, you 4 are all you got. As I grow older, I have seen the truth in those words, and I feel blessed to know that I have 3 siblings in my life. Most people would tell you I have an old soul, but I think I figured out that being the youngest of 4 has created this version of me that tends to be way beyond her years. I'm missing my sister tonight, but I'd like to tell my 2 brothers that I thank them for guiding me in ways they are probably unaware of. They should know that they basically showed me what not to do. Just kidding. My siblings are incredible role models. Thank you guys for the words of both encouragement and wisdom over the years. Thank you, Mom, for never turning your back on me. I will forever be amazed and impressed with your devotion and passion. I'll never meet somebody who holds a heart as big as yours. You do everything and more for my family. You empower me, and I know I'd be lost if it wasn't for your support, motivation, and care. Thank you, Nana, for always being here for me and for probably being my favorite person ever. I'll never forget the time after my soccer game. You told me I ran so elegantly. I'm not sure what that meant, but your compliments always make me feel, as you often tell me, the most beautiful girl in the world. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the most amazing teacher, Ms. Kutkamp. Please don't start crying. I have been able to confide in you, and being able to have somebody you can trust and talk to means the world to a student. I love your personality and your corny little jokes. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the times you gave me guidance. Thank you for simply being you. I would like to congratulate the other 19 students. As somebody who has been through it, I know high school can be rigorous, uncomfortable, and confusing all at the same time. However, you guys have been able to succeed and do better than the majority. It's been a pleasure getting to know some of you.
You are extremely brilliant. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best moving forward.
Yep.
Next up, let's bring up Leilani Gorham.
So my family's basically been praying that they call my name for the past hour, so I'm here now. So my voice sounds kind of weird. I got home at 3 in the morning after a concert, so sorry about that in advance. I'm Leilani Gorham. I'll be attending Cornell University next year, or this fall, as a government major. And I hope to attend law school after that and become an attorney in family law and public interest law. Okay, I'm not on this podium today to lie and say high school was the best 4 years of my life, nor was it the easiest. I honestly can't recall a day during the school year where I've gotten more than the recommended 8 hours of sleep, as I'm sure many people in this room have experienced. But all the work was worth it to make it to the point I am at today. At times it was hard to remember why I was doing all of it, studying for a college test that I wasn't sure I was going to pass, or preparing for another standardized test I didn't believe in. Staying on the pathway toward a long-term goal is a difficult thing to do. But something I know from the bottom of my heart is that all of this, my achievements, accomplishments, and ultimately where I am today, wouldn't be possible without my support network in life. The teachers at East Hartford High School have honestly been amazing. I truly mean it when I say I've never had a teacher at this school that hasn't put their all in making sure each and every one of us flourish inside and outside the classroom. I'd like to take a moment to point out some teachers and specifically. Thank you to Ms. Cockcrom, I think I saw her in here, over there, for writing me numerous recommendations, including the one that allowed me to intern at a firm this past summer, as well as assistance in helping me craft my Common App personal essay. I definitely didn't think the first draft I started in her classroom about my untied shoelaces would remain my final draft. I also didn't think it would be the application that now allows me to study at one of the top universities in the world. I'd like to thank, I lost my place, where am I? Thanks to Ms. Shaker for helping me edit each and every one of my supplemental essays. I felt like I was kind of being annoying at sometimes, coming into her classroom every day and asking her, because I did apply to 8 schools, but she always was willing to help me edit and revise them. And her willingness to help me succeed is the reason behind why I was accepted into every school I applied to. Lastly, a big thanks to Ms. Schlatt, I'm not sure if she's here today, but for assisting me with my college applications and always having her door open to help me with my post-secondary planning. I'd like to take a moment to thank my family for always having my back and supporting me at all my events, like coming to every concert, every award ceremony. So I'm really thankful for them. But I'd like to take a special moment to thank my mother. She has seen me at my worst and my best moments. But since I can remember, she has gone above and beyond in making sure I succeed academically, as well as grow maturity-wise. And I'd like to tell like a short little anecdote about the time me and my mother. There was a point I messed up something in my college application, and I really thought I wasn't going to get into any college and that I would have nothing to do after high school. And my mom really was able to kind of just calm me down and just tell me that everything's going to be okay, and it worked out in the end. So times like that is really when I really appreciate her. I know especially during my most stressful times in life, I've taken out some of my frustration on her, but I wouldn't trade her for anyone else in the world. Lastly, I want to give a big shout out to my best friends. I'm not going to name you all because you know who you are, and plus you've said it before, since I'm like one of the last people to go. I'm not really a sentimental person, but I wanted to make sure you understand what great friends you've been from the beginning. When times are rough at home or at school, you will make sure to check up on me and see how I'm doing. I don't know how I'll survive college without my assorted fruits and vegetables. Wow, that was a long speech. Thank you, East Hartford High School, for giving me experiences and relationships that will last a lifetime.
Let's bring up Danny Hong.
Hi everyone, my name is Danny, and I would like to thank everyone for coming here to celebrate the top 20 students for the class of 2019. I would like to first thank my mom for her continued support in pushing me to achieve great things. I would also like to thank science. I literally wouldn't be here without it, so thank you, science. Okay, moving on. I would like to also thank my teachers for teaching me the necessary information and the tools necessary to succeed. Without my teachers, I wouldn't be the person I am today, so thank you once again. Thank you for also putting up with me, whether it be my non-stop talking during class, me being a smart aleck, or me talking about weird animal facts. Fun fact, a koala's fingerprints are almost indistinguishable from a human's, so if you're going to commit a heist, a koala's on the way. Thank you, Evan, for also putting up with me. I don't know how you did all these years. My future plans are to go to UConn and pursue a career in mechanical engineering. Mr. Vaughn has played a huge part in me pursuing engineering. We got to build a car in class, so I thank you for that. These last 4 years have been truly special. It seems like just yesterday I was a freshman, and here we are almost graduating in a week. I would like to congratulate the top 20 students once again for their outstanding achievements, and I wish everyone the best of luck in whatever life brings. I also want to add that Mr. Ryan needs to pat himself on the back for making East Hartford High School the best it can be.
That was close. Yes, you did. Last but not least, I'll bring up Ashley Nguyen. She agreed to go last, by the way.
I wish I didn't. Okay. Hi, I'm Ashley Nugent. And there are many things I would like to discuss today, but first I just want to say congratulations to all students who made top 20. I stand in front of you here today, and I can truthfully say that I enjoyed my time here at East Hartford High School. There were many ups and downs in the past 4 years, some including pulling all-nighters to get that A on the test. I've achieved many things throughout the years, but I'm most proud of this one. So, I want to tell you my story. I was born in Massachusetts, and almost all my family lives in CT. Most of my life consisted of moving, either be in a different town or a different state. In fact, I have 2 other siblings, and we were all born in different states, Massachusetts, New Mexico, and Connecticut. The constant change made it harder for me to be comfortable around the people around me. I thank East Hartford High School for welcoming me with open arms, even though I may have started on the wrong foot. My first day at the high school went pretty typical as any other year. I came in lost and without a guide, but I was able to make a couple friends in each class. I remember sitting in history class by the window, and a man was standing right behind me. I was talking to my friends about how I hate East Hartford High School. I want to go back to my old life and stay in Glastonbury, where I was used to because of people I knew and I was comfortable. The man jumped into my conversation, and he asks, "Why do you hate East Hartford High School so much?" As I sat there thinking a response, I blurted out that Glastonbury has such a better education system, and they have more welcoming people, and simply I just have more friends there. As he walked out, I realized I just talked trash about the school I was going to be in for the next 4 years of my life, and I had no idea who this man was. I looked over and casually asked my friend who the man was, and of course, it was Mr. Ryan, the principal. I literally just told the principal of the school I was going to attend to that I hated my life and I hated the school. You can all guess what I did next. I died a little inside. Thankfully, it's not held against me that I came to East Hartford High School with a closed mind and actually had no idea what I was actually talking about. Faculty and students welcomed me with open arms, and I don't think I could have achieved what I had without East Hartford High. Thank you to all my teachers who have treated me like their daughter, even though I can be a bit of a pest. I invited Mr. Broder today as one of my East Hartford staffs. This was a really hard choice to make because I have grown a close relationship to every single one of my teachers I came in contact with. Usually, when I get out of the classrooms or hang up on the phone, I say a quick "I love you" to let them know that I appreciate them. I really do adore all my teachers. Anyways, Mr. Broder has been my rock since I met him. Through the days where I stayed after school for help in chemistry and getting me out of the National Honor Society gift wrapping by wrapping presents in his room. I also want to thank him for helping me meet my best friend Ava, which is his 4-year-old daughter. Another teacher I want to personally thank is Mr. Campbell. I met him last year and connected with him instantly. He treats me like his own daughter and has given me so much life advice. Lastly, although she's not my teacher, she's my guidance counselor, Miss Cody. Thank you for putting up with my constant nagging and me being really needy. Although you're paid to help me through all my troubles, I know you put up with a lot. I love you all. I also want to personally thank my mom for teaching me that I could do whatever I want if I put my heart to it, and my siblings for being there for me, even though we hate each other 99% of the time. Also, my 2 best friends, who are actually my cousins, for always giving me advice on anything and everything I've been through. They taught me a lot how to be independent and be myself, and thank East Hartford High School for everything that you've done for me.
Good job.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our 59th annual Top 20 dinner. On behalf of Exchange Club, I want to thank you again for all being here tonight, and to our Top 20 students, let's give them another round of applause. We in Exchange are so proud of them. Also tonight, we have a few people we should recognize. We want to thank Mr. Campbell and Mr. Bacon for taking the pictures and the video, so we're on community television. We cannot forget the principal's secretary, Annette Bacon, for all the organizing she does. Thank you, Annette. And also the staff here at Rentschler for that tremendous buffet that we enjoyed. And now, as we would end a regular Exchange Club meeting, would you please rise with me, and you'll find on the back of your bulletin a chorus of America, My Country 'Tis of Thee. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrim spread, from every mountain side, let freedom ring.
Nice job. At this time, can we get all of the top 20 students up here to get a group photo? Top 20 students up to the front. Did a group photo.